Welcome to my CSE 627 final project, using Web 2.0 tools to teach grammar. The audience for this lesson is an intermediate ESL class. They range from 9th to 12th graders. They speak a range of native languages, including Spanish, Hmong, Korean, Chinese, Arabic, and Vietnamese. The learning goals for this lesson are to reinforce and review the past perfect, present perfect, and future perfect tenses, to ensure students deeply understand the circumstances for using each tense, and to allow students to practice speaking and writing in all three tenses. The context for learning this lesson is in a face-to-face classroom. As an overview of the lessons, there will be 5 lessons. Lesson 1, we will learn the present perfect. Lesson 2, the past perfect. Lesson 3, the future perfect. In Lesson 4, we will create online storyboards for all 3 tenses, and in Lesson 5, we will play an interactive spinner game with all 3 tenses. The Web 2.0 tools that will be used in these lessons will be the Screencast-O-Matic, Google Classroom, ThingLink, Smartboard, and Storyboard That. Each lesson will use one or more of these online tools. Lesson 1, the past perfect. In Part 1 of Lesson 1, the teacher will open Google Classroom to today's announcement, a ThingLink. The teacher will project the ThingLink on the smartboard and go through the different elements of past perfect tense. The teacher will use the ThingLink to play a screencasted lecture, to show an image of past perfect timeline, and to review signal words. In Part 2 of this lesson, for homework, students will participate in a Google Classroom discussion about a teacher-posted question. The students will discuss 2 occasions when they would want to use past perfect and 2 occasions when they wouldn't. They will make at least one comment on a classmate's post. Reasons for using this technology include: the benefits of ThingLink are that a teacher can stay on the same page of notes while examining different aspects of the lesson. They can show video, image, and text, and students can access the information later. The benefits of using a screencast is that students can visit the lecture later for more help, and it ensures the same instruction for all sections of the class, and it also ensures the same instruction for students who are in class and students who are absent. Google Classroom allows students to access the screencasted lecture, images, and notes from home or in class while they are working. It facilitates discussion outside of class, and it helps create more independent learners. For lessons 2 and 3, they would cover the present perfect and future perfect in the same style as Lesson 1. However, the Google Classroom discussion questions would be different. Question 2 would ask students to compare and contrast the past perfect and present perfect, and respond to a classmate by asking one question and making one comment. And question 3 would ask students, how is the future perfect similar to the past perfect? They would then ask 2 classmates a question using the future perfect and respond to 2 classmates' questions. In Lesson 4, students will use StoryboardThat.com to create 3 storyboards. Each storyboard will show one of the tenses that they have learned. Below is an example of a storyboard that shows the correct use of the present perfect tense. The reason for this technology is that Storyboard That allows students to move up Bloom's taxonomy and engage in a creative project with the content. It's free and easy to use, and students can reinforce learning by showing off their completed projects to each other. For Lesson 5, students will play a Smartboard spinner game. Using the Smartboard graphic animation tool, students will play a game. The first spinner will have key phrases that alert them to the usage of the past perfect, present perfect, or future perfect. The second spinner will have different verbs. Students will spin the wheels and use their choices to compose sentences using the correct grammar. Students might be divided into 2 teams, and one player from each team will come up, spin the 2 wheels, and have 1 minute to come up with a correct sentence, and if they do, they get a point. Reasons for using the Smartboard spinner is that it creates an opportunity for all students to play the game together, and it's easy for the teacher to prepare and change to include new verbs or sentence starters for future games. In conclusion, with the help of ThingLink, Screencast-O-Matic, Google Classroom, Storyboard That, and the Smartboard, students will be able to correctly use each tense, determine when to use each tense, and create materials that demonstrate their learning.